The other story here is, of course, Anthony Edwards. And Anthony Edwards, who is putting a whole lot of pelts on his wall at such a young age. We have now seen Anthony Edwards knock Kevin Durant and Devin Booker out of a playoff series. Nikola Jokic out of a playoff series. Then get bounced by Luka and say, I was out of gas. And he now is this close to knocking LeBron James and Luka Doncic out of a playoff series. In a postseason where through 4 games, he's averaging 38 and 6 on 43% from 3, 45, 43, 83 splits. Listen, he can say all he wants about not wanting to be the face of the league. And the fact of the matter is, as long as LeBron and Steph are playing, that spot is probably not really open. But his charisma, his style, his competitiveness, his athleticism, his ferocity, his fearlessness, all of that is face of the league stuff. And it certainly doesn't hurt that folks in the media seem convinced he looks like and reminds them of Michael Jordan. And so it's a huge moment for Ant. And Ant then, I just mentioned, beat Durant, beat Joker, is this close to beating LeBron and Luka, and then in the next round would have a chance to beat Steph. Now, I still think Houston has a shot in that series, but obviously Golden State's in great position and is the favorite right now. He's building quite the resume at 23 years old. And it's really, really impressive. And credit to Chris Finch and that entire... Listen, Jaden McDaniels has been awesome. I think Rudy has had his moments on the on the defensive end, more than his moments. He's been good on the defensive end, but his total inability to take advantage of the Lakers' lack of size has been a little embarrassing. And I understand he's not an offensive player, but he's not a 4-point-a-game guy. In the regular season, he's 12 points a game. In this series, he's been a 0 on offense. It hasn't mattered because Ant's been that good. Julius is exercising some playoff demons. Jaden's been great. And then Naz, they've had different role players step up. And so they've gotten away with the fact that Mike Conley was about as unplayable as I thought he would be. That's the crazy part to me about this series. A lot of my pre-series analysis of Gobert's not going to take advantage of their lack of size. Conley's not going to be playable. You can pencil Luka in for 30 a game, and LeBron will be great. They've come to fruition, and it hasn't mattered. Because the Lakers have been... The fourth quarter margins in this series have been mortifying. Game 1, 23-17, so the Timberwolves are +6. Game 2, the Lakers won it, but it was 20-13, so now the Timberwolves are +7. Game +7 there, so +13 overall. Game 3, 30-20. So now the Timberwolves are +17. Game 4, 32-19. So now the Timberwolves are +30. You lose the fourth quarters by 30 points in an otherwise tightly contested series, you're in terrible shape. And so, shout out to the Timberwolves. This was truly a wake up in the middle of the night, think about it game. And it is obviously a think about all offseason game if this series goes the way one thinks it's likely to go. I mean, I'll look right now. The series odds, they've got to be like minus 1,000, right? Series markets, minus 500. Minus 1,000, I guess, was too strong. So that means the Lakers must be big favorites. Let me check with our friends at DraftKings, and then I'm going to tell you about DraftKings. Lakers 5.5-point favorites, game 5. Yeah, but Lakers, who went into this postseason with 17-1 to win the title, now 40-1, and honestly, that feels a little strong because even if they were to execute the 3-1 comeback, what legs are they going to have for round 2, much less round 3 and 4, which doesn't seem to be it's going to be a problem they have to deal with.